Hey everybody, it's Chase with American Vintage Adventures again, and today I am coming to you from Magic Kingdom. We are doing our AVA guide, our deep dive into Disney World, and today it is Adventureland. So come with me, I'm going to give you all the tips, tricks, facts, history, info. We're going to do ride-alongs, we're going to try all the foods, we're going to do everything that you can do in Adventureland. So come with me, I got you, let's go do this. Before you even make it into Adventureland, right at the sign, the entrance to Adventureland, you begin your guide with a classic, with something that has become a cult hit, and that is the spring roll cart. I consider it part of Adventureland. It's right here. It's your gateway to Adventureland, and it is a very, very popular food cart. They have different flavored snack rolls, like spring rolls, egg roll type things. They change kind of often, but they usually keep the cheeseburger spring roll all the time. Usually the other one changes. So we are going to give that a try to kick off our AVA guide to Adventureland. You know how we do it. We just jump right in. Very cheesy. I don't know if you can see that in there. Yeah. Really great way to start off our AVA guide to Adventureland with one of the most popular snack spots in all of Magic Kingdom, the spring roll cart. Let's finish this and let's get to our AVA guide. Now, one thing you have to know about Adventureland when you're coming in is it creates several choke points, like really bad choke points. So the crowds are always intense in here because you have some big rides like Pirates and you have the Jungle Cruise, but it is also a really tight funnel right when you pass Sunshine Tree Terrace and you come before you get to the Skipper Canteen. The road really narrows, and right there it just bunches up. It makes it feel way more crowded than it is. Just keep on moving through till it opens up, and when you pass the carpets of Aladdin, it will open up, and by the time you get to Pirates, it's really wide. So just something to keep in mind. This is what I was talking about. Once you walk through the choke point up near the entrance of Adventureland, it really starts to widen out right down here around my favorite ride, and that is the iconic Pirates of the Caribbean. The Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse is a classic. If you don't know, this is a walk-through attraction, and it is supposed to be the exact same treehouse that the Swiss Family Robinson lived in after their boat crashed. They were crossing the ocean and their boat crashed and they got stranded on an island, and they used what was left of the boat and the supplies and built this fantastic tree house in the tree where eventually some of them didn't even want to leave. They had to protect the island against pirates, that kind of thing. I love it. It's an old school adventure movie, the 1960s version. Check it out. It's on Disney Plus. And when I go through there, it looks just like it did in the movie. So I always find that really cool, being a movie guy. And it's not on the top of everyone's list. Obviously, it's a walkthrough. You're tired, and so usually a walkthrough attraction is not on the top of your list. But take some time. You get some great views from up there, especially if you go later in the evening. And it is something different and gets you out of the heat because it's all shaded. Yes, you got to walk, but it's worth it. You have to do it at least once. Every now and then, go check it out. Check out the movie. I'm going to check it out right here on our AVA guide. Now, I know a lot of people don't even go on this anymore because you're already walking and it's a walkthrough, but I loved this movie as a kid. It had the two brothers from Old Yeller playing brothers again, and the family gets shipwrecked on the island. It had great action and pirates, and always thought it looked so amazing to live in that tree and all those animals around. And I don't know, something about that whole feeling of adventure and the swashbuckling nature of it, and the whole family coming together and figuring out what's really important to them, and the cool-ass treehouse. All of that combined makes the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse and the movie, to me, quintessential Disney. And it's been here since the opening. So it has seen its share of visitors, and I am one right now. Come with me. All right, you can't have missed our next ride on our AVA guide here to Adventureland, because it is right in the middle of Adventureland, and that is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Now, yes, it's pretty much Dumbo, but it gives you great views of Adventureland. You can control how high or low you go. It is the same ride as Dumbo. I would prefer Dumbo, but you do get great views of Adventureland, so we're going to go check it out. All right, we are off to Agrabah on the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Here, like I said, it is Dumbo, but on the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. But you get to go through Adventureland, and you get to see the beautiful views of Adventureland. It looks great at night as well, and just enjoy it. Feels good. You catch a breeze, see Adventureland. Try not to get spit on by a camel. Ah!
They got rocked.
I got spit on by a camel. Watch out, they spit. He got me again. We're going up high this time. We're going up over you. Take that, camel. Beautiful views. Tiki room. The jungle cruise down there. The pathway in through Adventureland. The bazaar. Aloha Isle. About a minute and a half. You might get a little wet. Then you come in for a magical landing. All right. Off to the rest of Adventureland. Ah, yes. Aloha Isle refreshments. Now, if you know, you know. And the reason Aloha Isle refreshments is so popular is because this is where you get everybody's cult favorite, the Dole Whip. You got your different types of Dole Whip over here. I like to get the Dole Whip and then take it back over here in the back corner, right next to the Tiki room, hide out and eat it back there in the quiet. But you cannot consider a trip to Adventureland complete without trying Dole Whip. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it at least once. Although I'll let you in a little secret. The citrus vanilla swirl, that's my favorite. But let's check out Aloha Isle. Now, the last time I was here, I got a big, juicy Dole Whip. Check that out right now. Now, I got the regular pineapple Dole Whip, and it is just pineapple soft serve, but it is really good, especially on a hot day. Let's have a bite. It is really good pineapple soft serve. To be honest, I am more inclined to get the orange vanilla soft serve swirl. It tastes like a push pop, old school push pop to me. But the Dole Whip, whatever kind you get, is definitely quintessential Disney. One more for the road. Now, if there are 3 things that are synonymous with Adventureland that you have to include in any guide and on any trip to Adventureland, it is the Jungle Cruise, it is Pirates of the Caribbean, and it is the Enchanted Tiki Room. Now, I've talked about the Enchanted Tiki Room a lot in some of my other videos. This was something that was near and dear to Walt Disney. He actually paid for the original one in Disneyland himself because they ran out of money and they lost their sponsors because it was originally supposed to be a restaurant, and they saw real quick that concept was not going to work, especially not with what Walt thought was going to be live birds, because live birds, what? They poop in the food. That's the joke. But he came back from a trip to the French Riviera and ended up going to Puerto Rico, where he found a mechanical bird. He brought that back. That was sort of the introduction of audio animatronics, and that is used in the Tiki Room It is synonymous with Walt, it is synonymous with Disney, and it is synonymous with Adventureland. Let's go check it out on our guide right now. Alright, so you can guess where our AVA guide is taking us next. It is my favorite ride. It is one that I think is just pure Disney. And it's one of the last ones that Walt had anything to do with. And you cannot come through Adventureland. You can't come to Walt Disney World. You sure cannot come to the Magic Kingdom without riding Pirates of the Caribbean. It is, like I said, it's my favorite ride here. It always dukes it out a little bit with the other classic, the Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain. But Pirates to me is just quintessential Disney. And it is a dark ride, a boat ride if you've never been on it. It's got a little thrill. It has a little hill. It's about a 7.5 minute long ride. And of course, it spawned the movies that we all know and love with Jack Sparrow, which caused a re-theming a few years ago where you have Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow throughout with a really lifelike animatronic. So lifelike that at the Disneyland version, he used to actually get in makeup and hide in there, and he would blend right in and freak out people who were on the actual ride. Now, there are differences between the ride here and at Disneyland. The ride here only has one drop. It's about 7.5 minutes long. The ride at Disneyland has 2 drops. One of them is pretty big, and it's almost a 16-minute ride. If you want to see the side-by-side comparison, I have that video where I did both rides and went through full ride-throughs on both. You can check that out on my channel. It's Disney World versus Disneyland Pirates. But right now on our AVA guide, we're going to go do battle with Jack Sparrow and the Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's go do it. Coming in to check it out, just doing the normal standby queue. It says it's about a 35-minute wait. We'll see how accurate that really is. We'll check out some of the line queue along the way. I think it's one of the cooler line queues in all of Magic Kingdom. I know you can't hardly see me right now, but I always like this ride queue, and of course it smells awesome. Pretty cool ride queue. We're almost there though.
Well, don't worry, you're on the edge.
We're at the very back.
I got one to spare. I got room to look into tonight.
It's Captain Jack Sparrow. Unfortunately, run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Jones. Maybe a little persuasion, please. Fire it will!
Well, we Captain Jack Sparrow, speak up, or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones?
Anchor now, you snuggies. What may I offer for these hearty heads? Everyone an egg layer.
Not lest they be laid golden eggs.
All right, I'm off Pirates, and if you know Disney, that means you know you're coming out into a gift shop. But this is not just any gift shop here in Adventureland that's attached to Pirates. This is one of my favorite gift shops in all of the Magic Kingdom. Of course, it has a lot of Pirates themed stuff. We're gonna take a quick look around. Avast, mateys. Seems like I know another YouTuber who likes to say that a lot. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye. Oh, this one's really cool. Hats. I'm always liking hats. This store continues the theming of the Pirates ride, so that's really cool too. So it's really cool to look at and to look at the stuff that's inside of it.
All you should get for Bruce. Come on. Or this one.
That one won't go on my head. That looks more like a Barbosa. I think we'll stick with Mickey right now. Although I do have a picture I could show you where I dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow. If I can find it, I'll put it in right here. There you go. What?
That's up here.
Oh, but look, hey.
You want my shirt?
The first name in Adventure.
Well, you look at me. Okay.
And of course, Indy ears. So as you can see, it's a cool open air market sort of gift shop. Has a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Has a lot of Indiana Jones stuff. Has some Coco stuff. So Indiana Jones and Pirates are two of my favorite things ever. So you got a lot going on for it. I can spend time looking around in here. It's open air, but it is cool in here. They still have AC blowing. There's a lot to look at. It is my favorite shop in Adventureland by far, and one of my favorite in all of Magic Kingdom. But right now, let's go finish our AVA guide to Adventureland. Right here before you exit Adventureland into Frontierland, you have La Princesa de Cristal, which is, I probably said that wrong, but it's a cool little place where you can get crystal figurines, Disney crystals. They've got everything from Belle and the Beast to the Crystal Blast slipper. So it's really cool. It's easy to walk by. It's right out here outside the pirate shop. But don't pass it by. There might be a unique gift here that you can find for that hard to buy for Disney fan. All right, let's continue on with our AVA guide. Now, the Tortuga Tavern is an interesting one because it is probably closed 65-75% of the time. They don't have a big menu. They often have like turkey legs or just small like bites, like maybe a hamburger, maybe a grilled chicken sandwich, maybe chicken tendies, things like that. They don't have a big menu, and they are closed most of the time. But when it's open, it is a place here in Adventureland that you can grab some quick service. Although I have to say I don't recommend it, especially when you have Pecos Bill right around the corner in Frontierland. But it is here as an option, and it happens to be open right now, so I thought that I would mention it on this AVA guide. So if you feel like stopping in, you can always check out Tortuga Tavern. All right, we are walking back through the choke point here in Adventureland to go back and catch a couple of things that we haven't done yet before our reservation at Skipper Canteen to finish off this review and AVA guide. And right through here, you have something that maybe you wouldn't think about being in Adventureland at Disney World, and that is a sunglass hunt. If you forgot your sunglasses, you can come to Adventureland and hit the sunglass hunt. Maui Jim. Nice selections of sunglasses. Some Ray-Bans for the kids. Now, I didn't want to spend a lot of time in there because it's sort of a chain store. It's a Sunglass Hut. They're everywhere. But it is kind of interesting. It's themed to Adventureland, and it's plopped right here in the middle of Adventureland. And your AV discount works in there. So go get you some sunglasses. Over here at Sunshine Tree Terrace, you actually have something that is my favorite, that in my opinion is much better than the Dole Whip, and that is the citrus swirl. Something about that orange with the vanilla soft serve, it just blows the Dole Whip away for me. And I get one every time I can that they have it. They don't always have it, but when they do, and you're in Adventureland, you better get you one. So, of course, the Skipper Canteen is the highly themed sit-down restaurant here in Adventureland. It carries the Jungle Cruise theme on, so it's kind of like the skippers of the Jungle Cruise are your servers and run this restaurant. So it's a little bit funny. You're gonna get some corny jokes in here too. You're gonna get some inside jokes if you just look around at the theming. And we'll take a look at as much of that as we can. It is really busy in here tonight, but I'm going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to bring you along with me here at the Skipper Canteen. I ordered the Kungaloosh, which is the Skipper Canteen specific beer here that you can get at this restaurant. So I'm always into resort specific merchandise and food and specific restaurant and resort drinks, so definitely got to try that. And the secret menu item, the little garlic bread with the chimichurri, I'll show you when it gets here. We're going to take a look at the menu, and I'll let you see what I get when I get it. This is the drink menu. This looks really good right here. Enchanted Orange Dream. Dole Whip Orange blend with vanilla soft serve, served with orange candy rim. It's non-alcoholic, but it sounds right up my alley. Appetizers. The fried rice with the spicy chili shrimp is amazing. You may get that. Let's see what all we get here. And then the standard adult menu with the entrees. Some Baba lamb chops, some curried vegetable stew, some taste like chicken because it is, which is crispy fried chicken with stir-fried vegetables, hearty har char pork. You got the steak and a sustainable fish dish. You also have a noodle dish, so it's not a huge menu and it is more adventurous, but it is worth it. It definitely, everything has lots of flavors, and I'll show you what I order when I decide. But we're going to enjoy our time in here at Skipper Canteen and finish up this guide with Hugh here in the home of the dad jokes. Alright, so first to arrive is the secret menu appetizer. It's not on the menu, but you can get it. It is the little cheddar garlic biscuits with the chimichurri, and it is fantastic. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it because it looks delicious. I'm just going to try one. I could come here and just get these. They're that good. The chimichurri has so much flavor. The biscuits, or the bread, not really a biscuit, but it's very doughy. You taste that garlic and cheese. So good. Now, I also got the Kungaloosh ale. So sort of an amber ale. And it's specifically brewed for here. And it's on tap. We're going to give it a try. I'm going to try to see. I don't break down again. Pretty smooth, a little hoppy. Tastes a little caramel in there. If I had to think of a mainstream beer. It sort of tastes like a fat tire. That's, if you've ever had that, it's very kind of rich, little hoppy on the back end, but really refreshing. All right, now I am over here in Adventureland at one of the big three, the three must-dos, three of the most famous Walt Disney rides on the planet, or one of the three. Already mentioned the Tiki Room. We've already done Pirates of the Caribbean. I am talking, of course, now about the Jungle Cruise. So we're down here. The Jungle Cruise is a boat ride. It's about a 7.5, might be 9.5 minutes. Chase, put that right here to check. It's a pretty good long ride. It's kind of slow to unload and load on the boats, but it is world famous for the dad jokes. It has spawned a huge film with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and everybody has their favorite Jungle Cruise dad joke, whether it's something taken for granted or a bolder attraction or something that is hard to swallow. Everybody has their favorite dad joke here on the Jungle Cruise. It is part of the fun. My favorite part is actually going through the temple and just hearing the skippers have fun with it. And we are going to ride it, but we are going to come back and ride it at nighttime, because nighttime is my favorite time. It spotlights the animals out there. It gives a little bit more of a mysterious kind of feel to the Jungle Cruise adventure. So if I have one big tip for you, and most people don't think of this one, it's ride the Jungle Cruise at night. I'm going to come back and ride it at night, and I'm going to put it right here.
These are the walk. Now for talking about myself, once again, my name is Skipper Taylor. You may be wondering why I landed. My job here is a skipper next to my plane. Yeah, I took a crash course with Castaway Brown, who's just been winging it ever since. My career never took off like I thought it would. That's always probably the hardest part about flying a plane is the ground. Well, you guys know that down airplane means it was on rainforest. It actually rains about 365 days a year. Yeah, luckily today we missed one of those. On the left and right hand side of the boat, you'll see some very large butterflies having a nest. Believe it or not, these butterflies, this man can actually grow up to be wonderful. Be colossal, the eighth wonder of the world.
So I'm just off of the Jungle Cruise, and I told you it's a lot cooler at night. I love the tunnel there, the temple at nighttime. It's darker, it's creepier. I think the Jungle Cruise is best at night. But that's just me, that's my tip on this AVA guide. Do the Jungle Cruise at night, especially if you haven't done it before. You hear all the jungle music out here. It's dark out here now. We are at night on this adventure. We just finished up eating over at Skipper Canteen, came over, rode the Jungle Cruise. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. It's been such a long day out here in Adventureland. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Skipper Canteen. Like I mentioned, it's great for adventurous eaters, and I think it's a really underrated overall place to eat here at the Magic Kingdom and in Disney World in general. And I think that, friends, is about where we're going to leave it, because I am out of gas for today. It is hot, and it's been a long day here in Adventureland, but I hope you've enjoyed this AVA guide, and until next time, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures saying have a great AVA day, and I'll see you real soon. Have a great adventure. Bye-bye.